What's up, you guys? So I just got back from a run and I figured that I would move you through my post-run stretching routine. So if you're with me, we're going to start on our mat and our bottoms of the feet are going to come together. Ignore my snorting pup. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to start to walk our sits bones into our heels. Shoulders are back, chest is high. And if you just got back from your run, you're probably still trying to recover as far as your breathing goes and your heart rate. This is a good time to do it. We're seated up nice and tall, allowing our chest to rise and fall with each breath. Good, and let's extend one leg out. Big extension, keeping that foot active. And that opposite foot's going to come to touch the inner thigh. Okay, you can either reach with that same hand, reach around to your foot, right? If you're feeling a little bit tight in your back, maybe reaching over with that opposite arm, getting a big side body back stretch. Maybe we're here and we're up high, chest is still high, head is high, or we fold forward. Whatever you're feeling like you're needing today. Good, and let's switch legs. Extending that opposite leg out. Bottom of the foot coming to the inner thigh. Bringing maybe that same hand to the foot, or maybe reaching up and over. It's normal if one side is tighter than the other, so just listen to your body. Usually my hamstrings and my calves are the first to, or the tightest after a run, so we'll do a few moves for both of those muscle groups, and then obviously you can add more after this if this wasn't enough for you. Good, and once we're done with that one, let's bring it up to a kneel. And go ahead and start with your toes tucked under. And we're just going to push back and sit onto our heels, stretching out the bottoms of our feet. Feel free to rock side to side on all of those 10 toes, or just staying put. Good. Once you're finished, come on to all fours. If you want to move through a few cat-cows, great. And once we're done with that, bringing one foot in front, one leg staying back, and we're going to push into that front heel, right, and try to push off that back knee. So we're not right on top. Try not to put all the weight on that back knee, that back kneecap. We're pushing through this front hip flexor, or this back hip flexor. And if this is not enough for you, you can place that hand, that hand that has the same leg and the same arm down, okay? And extending the opposite arm up and over your body. Coming back to the center, and again, I said that my hamstrings get tight, so I'm gonna do a couple for my hamstrings. Straightening out that front leg, pulling those toes up towards my nose. And maybe rocking back through one time before I switch legs. Again, I'm pushing into this front heel and off of that back knee, so I'm not right on the top of that kneecap. Maybe bringing that same arm down to the ground, reaching up and over for a big side body stretch, or more in that hip flexor. Coming back to the center, straightening out that front leg and pulling those toes up towards your nose. Feel free to give it a tug if you'd like to, but this is plenty for me, so feel free to change it. Good, maybe rocking back through once, and go ahead and push it back. We're gonna make your way up to the top. Okay, grabbing onto one ankle, If you need to grab onto something to keep yourself balanced, do so. And release. Grabbing onto that opposite ankle. Good, and release. Bring your feet nice and wide. Okay, take a big inhale into your belly. As you exhale, fold forward again onto those hamstrings. Okay, maybe hands come fully flat to the mat. Maybe we're up here. Maybe this is very uncomfortable and you're not going to be here, and that's totally fine. The closer that you walk your feet, the more stretch that you're going to be getting in those hamstrings. Feel free to play with them, play with the distance as you get more comfortable, as you feel more relaxed in the stretch. Good, bend the knees and gently roll it all the way up to the top. Awesome, we're gonna take our, oh, not that way, this way. Coming back down to the mat. Tuck your toes under just like we did when we started. Pull your hips up high. Find yourself into kind of a down dog, right? If you're not familiar with yoga, we're in a down dog, our hips are high, and the crown of head is facing down. Start to pedal through the calves one at a time first. And then you're gonna drop one heel down to the mat, take that other ankle, and you're gonna cross it over. To give it a little bit more of a push, feeling a stretch in your calves. Maybe a little bit in your hamstrings. Gently bend that knee a little bit more into your Achilles and the bottom part of your calf. Good, and go ahead and switch. If this is too much on your shoulders, you can come on up and I'll show you, at the end I'll show you another calf stretch. Then gently bending into that knee as well. And make your way down to the mat. You can stay down on the mat if you need to change, if you need to switch that last one up. Bring your toes, place them up against some kind of a structure. Maybe it's the wall, maybe it's the desk, right? Pushing in to the top of the ball of your foot, and then bending that knee to get a little bit more of the bottom part or the Achilles. Okay, so maybe straight, maybe bent, and maybe we try both. All right, you're waiting for me down at the mat. So let's take one ankle, crisscross it over the other thigh, and gently walk your glutes, walk your sits bones towards that heel. Whichever foot, whichever leg is up right now, you should feel a stretch in that glute. Another option, another version of this is to come onto the back and thread your hands through. Maybe relaxing your head down on the mat. Maybe you're still up at the top, right? Feel free to play with this, rotating your hips. Let's switch legs. Take that opposite leg, crisscross it over. Oh, if you can't tell, this side's harder for me. Walk your butt toward your heel. And try to keep this foot active. Like I said, as you can see for me, this one's not easy. This side likes to be a little bit tighter. So you should feel a deep stretch in this top leg, in this glute. Again, maybe we make our way down to the mat, thread our arms through, and give it a nice tug. If you're still up at the top, you can play with taking that leg across the body. bit of a rotation. And go ahead and uncross. Okay. That's my short and sweet stretching routine for after my run. So I hope you liked it. If you didn't, let me know which stretches weren't for you, what you didn't like about it. If you did, awesome, and let me know that as well. We love to hear feedback. And yeah, this is just one of many. So keep watching, guys.